swing offensively these past few months. And you know how much they love getting all those extra points out of him. He's been carrying a much bigger load lately, and I think he'll just continue to get better.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Kaminsky. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. And for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. And it's Trent in at the 2. Paul passes to Ayton. Shoots over Kanter. And it's Ayton missing. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
The Trailblazers shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
No good on that one. Greg, you played over a decade in the NBA. Is there an opening day that you remember most that sticks out in your mind?
No doubt. The very first time I put on that Knicks jersey, you know, your rookie year. The game was in Orlando. I got to play 28 minutes, which was a lot for a rookie back then, especially on a really good team. And it was an awesome experience. That was a moment you have dreamt of your entire life if you grew up wanting to play basketball, man, and I was pumped.
That's a great story. Now here's Paul. Passes it to Kaminsky. Bridges with it, defended by Jones. Portland on defense. Here's Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Over Lillard.
You got to appreciate watching Lillard give his all on D, showing a real desire to prove on this end.
Kaminsky. Phoenix, no good that time either.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Portland moving the ball around. There's a screen by Kanter. Here's Trent. That 3 off the mark. For Phoenix, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Paul passes to Kaminsky. Pass to Bridges. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Got a piece of it. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Back to Kanter. And the shot goes in.
Kanter is a single-minded scorer. Doesn't like to be denied when he's got position, even dealing with a lot of contact.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Kaminsky kicks to Bridges. For 3, Booker. And it's Portland with the rebound. And the pass to Lillard. The dish to Kanter. Outside Covington. Here's Trent. And it's off from 3-point range. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Paul passes to Ayton. They could use a bucket. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And I've seen Paul make about 1 million of those passes over his career. It never gets old.
Lillard surveying the D. Pass to Trent. Good on the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. 4-point game. Out to the right wing. Now here's Kaminsky, defended by Covington. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Paul passes to Kaminsky. Clock at 6. Over to the wing. Ayton kicks to Paul. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Outside, Jones. Passes it to Trent. Kicks it out to Lillard. Lets the three fly. Outside, Jones. Pass to Trent. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
To the middle. Here's Ayton. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
Now the pass to Jones. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul. Lillard against Paul. Jones sets the pick for Lillard. It's good from long range.
Lillard is as tough as there is to contain in the pick and roll. He does a nice job of using the screen to get a little bit of separation.
Pass to Kaminsky. He dishes it to Bridges. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Kicks it out to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trailblazers leading by 5. Three-pointer. Trent gets the bucket. Trent's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Ayton a screen on Lillard. On the wing, Booker. Passes it to Kaminsky. And that one drops for him.
Now, strength was one of the biggest concerns about Kaminsky coming out of college. But he takes the hit there and still muscles in the shot.
Here's Trent. He's got 6. Over in the corner, Lillard. No good with the triple. Suns trail by 6. Down low. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Trent. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Booker, he's coming off an excellent season. 2nd in free throw percentage, 9th in scoring, and he also finished in the top 20 of the assist rankings, making plays for others and making his teammates better.
And back to his free throw shooting percentage, 2nd in the league. I never saw lapses in his concentration at all. Always completely focused, completely automatic. Now here's Paul. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Bridges. Here's Ayton. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Lillard, the pass to Cannon. Here's Trent. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Portland shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. A different look now for Portland. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Hood comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And for the Suns, Sharch has checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Jay Crowder comes in for Bridges. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Paul. Look at the last game for the Suns. It was a win against the Warriors. Moore outside. Six to shoot. Cantor against Ayton. Excellent D from Cantor.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Outside Anthony. Good on the wing. The pass to Trent. There's the drive. No good that time. Suns trail by 5. Moore with it. Saric outside. Pass to Crowder. Booker dishes to Crowder. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Devin Booker is second. Chris Paul fourth.
And how about the work both of them put in from the foul line? Just such a consistent, dependable performance from both.
What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
And here is Moore. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes to Crowder. Now here's Ayton. He's covered by Cantor. And that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got 8.
You know, even when you contest Ayton, he still is capable of making it, especially when he's that close.
Cantor against Ayton. Anthony with the screen on Crowder. Out to Anthony. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Anthony's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, the awareness on display. Hood just isn't a good scorer. He's also skilled at getting it to his open teammates.
Ayton inside. He's covered by Cantor. Ayton, the pass to Crowder. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Portland?
The three-pointer has been a major weapon for them at early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And that one misses.
And you talk about a culture builder. Jay Crowder is a guy who is not content with losing ball games. He's a competitor, and that rubs off on his teammates.
And it's good, 2 points. And the Trailblazers lead by 8. Phoenix has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Moore passes to Saric. Back to Moore. Outside Crowder. Saric inside. Anthony on him. Shoots a fader. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Simons surveying the D. Here's Anthony. Knocked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They're leading by 8. Shot clock at 5. Little kicks to Anthony. Hood for 3. He can't get that one to fall. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Moore finds Saric. Now Carter. 1:32 left in the first. Over to the left wing. And he banks in the layup.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's deflected. And 1:01 left in the first quarter of the game. Galloway, no good. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. 6-point game. Here's Simons. Over Moore. A nice shot by Simons. Suns trail by 8. Now here is Carter. 26 seconds left to play here in the first.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
Now Anthony. Yep, that one goes. And now it's a 10-point Portland lead.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
And so it's Portland with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Right back after this break. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future plans.
I know that when the main guy usually decides to move on, you know, that's kind of like a domino effect. It's like, all right, well, if he's leaving, this guy was closer to his age, we can let him go. It affects other people, and I care about guys personally, and, you know, I'm not ashamed of that. So for those reasons, I'm just like, man, you know, I just want to do it my way, and if it don't happen, I can live with that.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
We're just wearing them out. I mean, when you space the floor like this, the defense has to run and expend energy.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. And Phoenix also making a switch. Booker's checked in. Free throw no good for Anthony. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Portland, they have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. Andre Ayton's checked in for the Suns.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Tim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Trailblazers leading by 13. Lillard with it. Last time out, he had 44 points.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Bridges finds Paul. Now here's Booker. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Booker's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy one.
The Trailblazers have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
One shot.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 13. Booker, right side. Ayton with it. Jones covering. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Damian Lillard third.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Paul for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here is Lillard. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Booker outside to the left side wing. The 3. That shot off the mark. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Offensive rebound. Anthony. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
And Portland making a change here. Trent's checked in. Carter, he's checked in for Phoenix.
One shot.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard, great showing for him last season. 3rd in scoring, 5th in assists, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And you only average top 3 in points if you have a particular mindset that you are the guy. And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game. And
thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Well, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
Suns trail by 16. Carter looking around. Here's Crowder. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Phoenix shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Free throw good, Crowder. Trailblazers leading by 13. Here's Trent. He's got 9. Here's Lillard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
He's finally gotten into rhythm here in the second. His shooting percentage has taken a nice jump.
Pass to Booker for 3. Offensive rebound. Crowder, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Crowder's a guy that does so many of the little things for them, just like they're cleaning up the mess on the offensive glass.
Lillard, a screen on Booker. Trent passes to Lillard. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Ayton.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
Lillard again missing.
Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight, because the 3, not one of them, ain't working.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And Phoenix making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. They led by as many as 18 points. To the paint. Here's Lillard. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, just a good job here in the second. Pounding it inside, getting good looks right at the basket. Big reason why they're in front. And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to, but this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
He lobs it up, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Kicks to Lillard. He takes it in, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The pass to Bridges. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Bridges has got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Lillard, a screen on Booker. Trent passes to Lillard. Now here is Carter. Ayton in the high post. Carter outside. Back to Ayton. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Portland leading by 11. Lillard outside. Over Carter. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
Carter dishes to Ayton. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas, it must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Saric outside. Back to Carter. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Here's Simons. Pass to Anthony. Over Saric. That one off the back iron and out. Suns trail by 10. Carter, the pass to Ayton. Back to Carter. Saric against Anthony. Shoots from the right block. And Ayton with the nice bucket inside. And that's 17 points for DeAndre Ayton. Here's Simons. Pass to Little for the 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Moore outside. Carter, the pass to Ayton. And Ayton gets double teamed. Here's Carter. Phoenix keeping it alive with a new 14.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Here's Simons. This is to Cantor. Put on the wing. Defended by Carter. But they get it back.
What timing on the rejection. Sorry, not just accomplished on offense, but a remarkable defender as well.
That one falls. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Charge outside. Stolen by Cantor. Here's Simons. Suns trail by 8. Now Carter. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Carter's got his second basket.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Cantor, the pass to Simons. Another shot. And Cantor with the lay-in. Good. Cantor's got 5 points so far.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
1:04 left to play here in the half. Carter, that's good.
Well, he's not focused on the D on most possessions, but you can forget about him altogether.
Here's Simons. And stolen by Ayton. Carter right side. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. 34 seconds left now here in the second. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
For Portland, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. Crowder, he's checked in for Carter.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Anthony.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Charge outside. Pass to Crowder. Here's Ayton, and he comes up with the deuce. Ayton's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And the all-around offensive game Ayton has is just fantastic, capable of scoring in many different ways.
Here's Anthony. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Yeah, great job of getting a look before the horn sounded and gaining some momentum.
And the first half is now in the books. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 8. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Carmelo, you got some real numbers off the bench in the first half. How important is that contribution to the team?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 19 points and 1 assist. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. As a matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Phoenix?
They aren't playing tight enough defense. That's pretty clear. There needs to be a lot better communication. Guys are playing defense on an island a lot of times, and that's getting them burned.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Setting the floor for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Ayton. And it's Moore in at point guard. Here's Cantor. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
You're dealing with a lot when you're guarding Cantor. Big frame, good moves, good feet, good finisher, and doesn't mind the physical battles.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And just a shade over 70% from the line a season ago. That's an area I'm sure he wants to improve.
And Phoenix making a change here. Paul's checked in. A free throw off from Cantor.
Well, known for his unique personality, Cantor also remains a solid role player, someone his teammates enjoy playing with.
The pass to Kaminsky. Feeds it to Ayton. Bridges for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Lillard against Ayton. Lillard the pass to Cantor. From 6 feet, kicks it out to Jones. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Trent buries it from 3-point range. Trent's got 12.
A solid glue guy to have on the team. Covington is so adept at sharing the rock with his guys.
Pass to Kaminsky. And Covington sends it back. And now Portland on the break. Lillard against Paul. Covington wide open. He fires. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Ayton a screen on Jones. Takes it inside. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Six on the shot clock. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Trent. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Stolen. Lillard outside. And stolen by Booker, pushing it up. Trailblazers leading by 14. Passes it to Trent. The 3. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the 3s in time.
Paul outside. Five on the clock. Pass to Bridges. Here's Ayton, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Just such strength on these finishes. When you foul Ayton, you really have to hit him to prevent the basket.
The Suns shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
One shot.
free throw drops for Ayton.
You know, so much hype around Ayton. Has that rare combination of NBA-ready body, productivity, and upside.
Lillard against Ayton. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Paul outside and out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Kaminsky with the ball. Paul looking over the floor. And there it is for him.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Suns trail by 14. Inside, Ayton lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Ayton's got 5 points now this quarter.
You gotta give Ayton credit. This guy is solid at keeping his balance even with the contact.
Here's Trent, 15 points in the game. Really left alone that time. Lillard's got 24 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
There's the pass to Kaminsky. And here is Bridges, defended by Jones. Bridges misses.
He's gone off the rails this quarter. And it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
Lillard, right side. There's the triple. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here is Paul. Pass to Bridges, beyond the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bridges has got 14 points.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
To the inside. Kicks it out to Covington. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one. Suns trail by 15. Now here's Paul. Passes it to Bridges. Cantor against Ayton. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Lillard against Paul. Lillard attacking. Lays it up off the glass. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
It's tough. When I think of Dame, that's the first word that comes up. Showing why on that hoop right there.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Chris, today's coaches have a different way to get through to their players compared to some coaches of the past.
Well, yeah, I think, you know, this culture is different. Guys don't want to be yelled at when they're giving their all. They want to try to find a solution instead of getting emotional about it. So I think, yeah, the emotional aspect of some point has been alleviated. I think guys want to enjoy going to work every day and having a boss that they can discuss and figure it out. I don't think the NBA is any different. I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Paul kicks to Bridges. Back to Paul. Fires from deep. No good. And it's Portland the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Simons. The shot by Lillard wide open. And the Trailblazers another three.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Paul's shot is off.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. This really hurt me.
Pass to Simons. And he drives in. Power down with both hands.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
And again, it's the Suns missing. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. And Cantor now top the key. Back to Lillard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 12 points here in the second half.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's deflected.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. But he's been making a better effort.
Little, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. And then for Phoenix, Langston Galloway's checked in for Bridges. And Moore subbed in for Booker. Here's Moore. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Portland?
They base their offense around the three-point shot today, and that was the right move. It's been a huge weapon for them all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. Here's Simons. He has 6. Outside Hood. Fires the 3. But they recover it. Knocked away. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Driving inside. Good on the shot. Simons has got 8 points.
I would like to see a stronger pick than that, but it turns out he didn't need the help. Now, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on his team.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, an awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless. And Simon's a bit undersized at that two-guard position, only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point, though.
The free throw off from Cantor. Phoenix has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Al Paul. Clock at 6. And there's the pass to Šarić. And the Suns miss again.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Anthony. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Moore with it. Šarić outside. There's the dish to Paul. From 13. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Simons. He's got 8. 1:36 left to play in the third. And there's the drive. That one drops for him. Simons has got 10.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Well, Phoenix shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. And it's Paul penetrating.
The turnover total in the first half, only 1, but a totally different story here in the second.
So both teams changing it up here. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Simons makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
Galloway taking his time here.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
Outside Crowder. Carter up top. 26 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Anthony. It's stolen by Šarić. And here is Moore. To stop the run. A three-pointer is right on target. Moore's got 4 this quarter. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Now here is Smith. Kick out to Moore. Carter outside. Into the lane. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Smith is out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then there's Carter. Then there's Etuan Moore, and it's Galloway in at the 3.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. Passes it to Kaminsky. A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
Carter, the pass to Moore. From the arc. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Carter's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, he's not going to get an easier look than that. You don't need to double team him, but you can't leave him all alone.
Pass to Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 16 points here in the second half.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Carter with it. Now Covington defending. And Covington sends it back. So it's Phoenix now.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Greg, last season was kind of a rough one, very turbulent for the NBA. The China controversy, the passing of David Stern, Kobe Bryant, and finally the COVID pandemic. Other than that, it was kind of uneventful.
Yeah, I mean, an incredibly tough year. And,
wow.
You know, you just go back to March, and who would have ever thought we would go through what we went through? And you talked about all the other issues, David Stern and Kobe both passing. You know, I'm just hopeful we get a return to normality, because that sounds pretty good right about now.
It sure does. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Lillard. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Trent. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is off.
And only about 60% from the line for the game. They shot it better in that first half, but have fallen apart here in the second half.
He hits the second from the line. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. The pass to Kaminsky, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
So for the Suns, Nader's checked in, and it's Payne in for Chris Paul. Portland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Lillard, the pass to Trent. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And it's Damian Lillard with the three. Lillard's got 38 points.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Down low, here's Booker. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And that's 12 points for Devin Booker.
Against Booker, a little contact usually doesn't go a long way. Strong body control there.
To the wing right side. Lillard from outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Pass to Kaminsky. Here's Nader. A second chance effort. And Ayton with the nice bucket inside. Ayton's got 9 points now in just the second half. Portland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Here's Trent, defended by Booker. Trent gets the bucket.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Now Payne. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt, and they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest, but by the same token, you know, if I got $200 million invested in the guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
Passes to Nader. Good ball movement here by the Suns. The fader. And Cantor pulls it down.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice there.
Here's Trent. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Pass to Booker. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Can't quite find his three-point touch in the second half yet. He had 2 in the first half, but still none since the break.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Chris, you look at last year's all-defensive first-teamers, 4 out of 5 of those guys were 6'10" or taller. Clearly, size is an advantage.
Yeah, size or at least length. I mean, long arms, you know, with that comes block steals and deflections. You know, as long as you can move your feet, though, bigger is better.
Here's Nader. Phoenix, no good that time either. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. To the paint. Lillard with it, working on Payne, kicks it out to Jones. The offensive rebound.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Ayton a screen on Lillard. Payne looking around. 6 to shoot. And the pass to Nader. From deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Booker against Lillard. It's Covington on the wing. Cantor trying to free himself up. Covington's shot is off. Suns shooting at 46%, making some buckets. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. From down in the low post, it goes.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
Payne passes to Kaminsky. Chris, we've seen in the three-point contest, they've added a pair of deep shots worth extra points. You know, if the league decided for the All-Star game to test out a four-point line, what would you think of that?
I'm not sure about the four-point line yet. I think we'll always have time for that, but I don't think it's a need to rush for that. I think that until everyone can shoot like Curry or most guys can shoot like that, let's just not change it because one or two guys can. When we look at offensive efficiency and other statistics, there's still a lot of ways that this game can be improved with the line where it is. I love the NBA welcoming innovation, but this is something that I think we're jumping ahead of the times.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Here's Lillard. Again, what an avalanche!
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Payne with it. Pass to Nader. Takes a three. Tries again. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And they haven't had much success in the paint since halftime. I mean, the offense sort of stuck on the perimeter. They need to get a little bit more inside-out balance.
Phoenix making some changes. Smith comes in for Kaminsky, and it's Carter in for Devin Booker.
One shot.
And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
tournament. That's a tough one, isn't it?
For the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
And Ayton gets double-teamed. The 19-foot shot with the second effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Ayton's got 9 points in the quarter.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Little gets the bucket. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Suns. With the drive, and it's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. Payne finds Smith. Here's Kaminsky. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
It's hard to shake Kaminsky. I mean, even when you rough him up, he sticks with the task at hand.
Around the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg, the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part
because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. On defense, the Suns. Hood gets the bucket. And here's Payne.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Portland.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Damian Lillard.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Smith with a screen on Covington. There's 42 seconds left in the game. 5 to shoot. Here's Payne. Will not go. This is off the front iron. There's a screen by Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Smith with a screen on Hood. Here's Nader. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Five seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had...
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.